Hey, this is Knife Standards. Today I have a package to open. This is a knife that a lot of you are familiar with. I have never handled it. At least I'm pretty sure that's what's in here. So we'll go ahead and find out in just a second. But yeah, a knife that I have never handled. Really popular, kind of controversial. People go crazy over these. So I'll go ahead and get into this in just a second. But first, please follow me at Knife Standards. You can follow me on Instagram. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for a lot more knife content and weekly knife reviews. All right, cool. Let's get into it. So this is exciting. This was sent to me by someone on Instagram. We talk knives sometimes. His name is Preacher Knives on Instagram. So I'll go ahead and put his Instagram name or link or whatever in at the bottom of this video, so in the little description section. But anyway, we started talking knives, and he said, "Hey, Knife Standards, I have this knife. It's a user. I work construction. Do you want to check it out?" And I thought, "Yep, definitely. That's super cool of you." So he went and sent it over, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's in here. So let's go ahead and get this opened up. I'm going to be unboxing this with my, or not unboxing, whatever, unpouching, opening this package with my VBR. So go ahead and try not to cut anything. Whew. VBR, crushing it lately. Let's go ahead and see what is in here. Nice. We got a nice Monterey Bay Knives pouch, which I'm a huge fan of. I actually really like this blue stitching. Damn, why are mine orange? Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and open it up. Ooh. There we go. Yeah. Here we go. Boom. Sebenza. Nice. Pretty damn cool. I'll go to put this pouch to the side, and let's talk Chris Reeve. So a lot of people, this is my first time handling a Sebenza, by the way. I'm assuming this is the small Sebenza because it fits in the palm of my hand. So small Sebenza. Now, people are critical of Chris Reeve, although I don't think Chris Reeve actually works at Chris Reeve Knives anymore. I think he got ousted or retired or something, but people are critical of this knife and of the company because they're using S35VN or S45VN. They don't use M390, they don't use 20CV, and those are the kind of the hot steels. But this is like the OG frame lock. This is, did he invent the frame lock? Did Chris Reeve invent the frame lock? Did I just make that up? But this is like let me know in the comments, but this is like the original kind of standard frame lock, which I think is cool. I've never handled one of these. Some of the complaints that I've heard are the action, that it's, like a slow roller, the detent, and the blade steel. But the blade steel doesn't bother me at all. I think S35VN, S45VN, whatever they're using. I'm assuming this is S35VN because that is more common. But I think this is S35. Although it doesn't, does it say? No, it does not say. But that's fine with me. I am no longer a blade steel snob. Now, one of the other critiques about this knife. Oh, and by the way, this is just an overview. I'm not going to carry this knife, although it is a user, and Preacher Knives was super cool to send this to me. But again, it's not mine, so I'm not gonna use it, and I'm not gonna carry it. This is kind of just an overview for me to check it out and see how it feels in hand and show you guys what Chris Reeve brings to the table. But what was I saying? Oh, the other criticism that I have heard and that I almost agree with, but it's up for debate, is these are, I think $400, $500, maybe $375, $400, $475, depending on which one you get. And people don't like that because it is a titanium, it's a plain titanium frame lock with S35VN steel. So is the price justified? I guess it depends on who you ask. For me personally, right at this moment, no, I would prefer, either a M390 or some super steel, and although I am no longer a steel snob, and I would prefer, well, I do love my frame locks. Is it worth it? I don't know. For my taste, I've been leaning towards, if I'm gonna pay that much money, something really limited, or with a serial number. Although I don't know if these are serial numbered, but like a CKF. I got my hands on a Sakosha, something like that. That's where or a Cortex. And of course those are probably like $500-$600, so a little bit more expensive. But if I'm gonna pay $375, $400, there are just certain things about this knife that kind of are deal breakers for me personally. One being the thumb stud. Where is the other thumb stud? Now, don't worry, guys. I'm going to talk about the positives. There's a lot of cool things about this knife, especially holding it in hand. Number one, the ergos are great. I mean, this feels amazing in hand. So there are a lot of positives. I'm just getting all the criticisms out of the way first. So one being, for me personally, for my tastes, the thumb stud. I do like to middle finger flick, and I know that some Sebenzas come with dual thumb studs. I've seen those before, so of course that's what I would prefer. As far as ergos go, this thing feels amazing. For my hand, feels really damn solid, really good, and there's a great edge. I don't know if Preacher Knives put this edge on, but whew, I can't imagine that is the factory edge, because he said that he just uses the shit out of this knife and just beats it up every day. He said he works in construction, so this is a user. This is what a user Sebenza looks like. You have the snail trails, which I think look pretty badass. The blade is in really good shape. Got kind of like a light stonewash action going on. Of course, you see the Chris Reeve. Oh, I guess yeah, CRK. That little logo. I think those are. I guess those are T8. Got the lanyard on. Of course, not my thing, but if you're working a job and you just have to pull it out of your pocket, I guess that comes in handy. Something I really like is the internal relief cut. Very cool that they put that on the inside, so it's not going to snag your pants under the clip. That's one of my lately. That's one of my big pet peeves, when they put the relief cut on the outside of these titanium frame locks. Now, as far as lockup goes, solid. I mean, this thing is rock solid, not going anywhere. Looks really good. The clip, you got the bent titanium clip. Works for me. Kind of reminds me of the Microtech clips a little bit, but actually this one looks a little bit better. Let's see, a little bit of retent. Oh, okay, yeah, so you can tell he's used this, but feels comfortable. I think that'd be great in and out of pocket. Very smooth, like really smooth, controlled close. And I've heard people complain about the action, that you have to slow roll this, but pretty good, pretty snappy for me. detent feels great in my hand. And then, of course, the slow close. This is good. Okay, so this is better than I thought it would be. For all the critiques and all the things I've been talking about just now, this is better than I thought. And you know, they just came out with the glass blasted finish. So I'm assuming this is sandblast finish on the scales. They came out with glass blast, which is more my style, which is more like, I don't know, it looks like a light bead blast to me. So I think if I got one of these, I would go with the glass blast. But the sandblast with these snail trails, whew, yeah. This is like a rugged, you know, and that's why you know, Chris Reeve has this cult following of just, you know, all his knives go out of stock fast. You know, people are buying these up, and for good reason. If you want a kind of reliable worker's knife that's gonna last, I think this is what you get. You know, this is what you go for. This is solid. It's a little tough to get, which is fine with me. It's a little tough to get the lock bar out of the way, but again, I kind of like that, because although it's a little bit hard to disengage, you're not gonna overextend it and bend the lock bar. So it's kind of good, a good sturdy feel. Ergos again, really nice. You got some good jimping up top. The spine is nice and smooth and chamfered. Oh yeah, crown spine almost. Yeah, pretty smooth. There still is some blue anno on the thumb stud. I'm digging this. Now, I don't know. Oh, okay, so that hole is interesting. I'm not sure why there's an extra hole. Oh, and another reason why people love these, they're American made. I should have mentioned that. Idaho made. So, you know, I'm remembering now. I think the small Sebenzas go for $375, or right around there. Is it worth it? If you're gonna get, for me at least, if I'm gonna get one knife that I'm just gonna use the hell out of, and just, if I'm working a job or I need to use a knife and I kind of want a reliable titanium frame lock, yeah, sure, why not? $375, $400, that's okay, that's fine. Now, would I prefer a more serious, you know, premium steel? Yeah. Would I get the glass blasted scales? Yes. But if I want kind of like a rugged, solid, reliable, and that's the other thing that Preacher Knives told me, is that this thing is just reliable. That he's been using the crap out of it, beating it up every day, and zero, it feels like a fixed blade. Just rock solid. Zero blade play. The blade still looks amazing. Really good edge. And you know, this is a knife he can count on every damn day. And for me, you know, I've seen the Tanto versions and the Numzan or whatever it is. Those, they do look interesting to me. It's just tough when they go out of stock so fast, and it's like, you know, I'm sitting there thinking about it, and then boom, they're gone. So to get these, you got to be on it. But if you want an American-made, really reliable, tough, rugged, I think reliable is the best word for these. Really reliable, solid American-made thumb stud knife. This is the way to go, Chris Reeve. I'm not a Chris Reeve hater. I am a Hinderer hater. Hinderers are the worst, but that's another story for another video. Chris Reeve, listen, this is good stuff. Thank you, Preacher Knives, for sending this along. Again, I'm not going to carry this. I'm not going to cut with it. I'm not going to do anything crazy. Although this is your user knife, your user Sebenza, it's also your baby. So I'm not gonna do anything to even take a chance of messing it up. But if I did, this thing is gonna hold up. You know, this thing is just rock solid. Also, you can see this relief, not relief cut, but I guess it's, well, I guess lock bar access cut. So I can get to the lock bar really easily. And that's actually pretty good because it is a little bit stiff to disengage. Cool knife. I'm into it. I like it. I like this much better than I thought I would. Also, there's a little bit of a ramp where the jimping is. But again, if I was going to have one of these, I would go dual thumb for my personal taste. Dual thumb studs, glass blasted scales. I actually like this clip. You know, this is not normally my style of clip, but it's pretty solid, and you can see that they actually milled in. You know, there's this little cutout into the scale. They milled in a little section for the clip to sit, so there's no side-to-side play with the clip, and sometimes that could be an issue, especially if it is a user or if it's only the single screw. I've seen plenty of clips with side-to-side play, but because it's sitting into the scale, that's a really nice detail. Let's see, milling. Nope, just this kind of cut at the lock bar relief cutout, this kind of swoop, which is great. Awesome. So yeah, so I'm into this. I like it a lot. Thank you, Preacher Knives. Go ahead and give him a follow, guys. Check the description for his Instagram info, and I might have a few more knives coming from him in the future at some point, which are all just badass knives that I've been wanting to check out. So really awesome. Thanks to him, I got a look at the Reeve Sebenza, and I can say that this is a solid knife. This is small Sebenza. Amazing. I mean, really solid titanium frame lock, and I have a soft spot for my titanium frame locks. So I am yeah, pretty happy with this one. I'm gonna go ahead and get this packed up, back in the mail to Preacher Knives, and I'll see what else is on the way. Thank you guys so much for following me, watching, subscribing, commenting, everything. I really appreciate it. This has been Knife Standards. I'll catch you later.